Planning on doing an all-nighter? Well, I'm gonna stay up a little bit. Pretty good. Yeah, it's been a while. Right. Oh, like a week. Yeah, you blame Robin for breaking that.
Safe haven. Well, safe enough, at any rate.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Sounds like fun.
If you're thinking of breaking into there, I won't try to stop you. That's not to say I'll be complicit either, though.
Motion capture. If you look at some of my earlier streams, you'll see what I mean. I'm not mocapping today. I'm just cleaning up stuff. Robin took everything from us. Hey Taylor. I recognize your name, but let's just say that as long as you don't say my real name, we'll be good. Oh, fudge. Let's see. Today's gonna be a lot of cleaning up to do. Let's see. Wait, my real name is on it? Right? Robin Walker is a Valve employee. We like to make fun of him because he broke Funk Rotating in Source Filmmaker, and that causes a lot of problems. And Robin's, yeah, he's pretty cool. We make fun of him just because it's fun. Yeah? Thanks, Edith. It's smooth good. Robin moment, right? You are, man. That's what our Discord's all about. Oh yeah.
Warning. Elevated blood cortisol levels detected. Seek medical attention.
Yeah. What's nice about Premiere, and the reason I chose to use it, is because it's such a popular program. There's documentation on how to like do everything. You know what I mean? Just one Google search away. Hey, Michael.
Warning. Stress levels critical. Psychosomatic response detected. Psychosomatic response detected. Seek medical attention.
To come to such an end.
Vital signs are dropping.
Baldidator. Oh boy.
Warning. Stress levels critical. Propranolol administered.
Him fading in and out of darkness, that's a physical response to stress. It's not just him losing his mind, like, it's an actual, you know what I mean. He's fainting, he's having fainting spells. Maybe. Motion capture. Motion capture makes it easy. It's still a long and arduous process. But at least I have something to work off of. Ooh. Can't wait to see you this. No. No. I just haven't streamed in about a week. That's where we end off. Oh yeah. I called them rope monsters when I was a kid. Hey, Maslin.
Safe haven. Well, safe enough, at any rate.
It's Gary Oldman. Yeah. Short Gordon? Yeah, I remember Short Gordon. I think I still have him. Let's see. I forgot. Oh, I think he's in IRL photos. I want to find him now. There he is. It was a weird glitch last time I streamed. They made Gordon really short for no reason at all. Fuck. I think I had it happen to the other guy too. I can't find it. Coming. Oh, true that, yeah. It did, that's right, Michael. Good, good remembering. Yeah. I didn't know how to fix it at the time, but I think I could've. Unfortunately, a hard drive crashed and ruined everything anyways. You know, we are having limited success porting Black Mesa assets to Source 2. But in the end, I think I just got lazy and gave up. Just for now, this is alright. You know what I mean? Value data. Hey, Menton. I swear you did, though. Maybe I did the wrong person. Oh well. Yeah, my glasses get pretty dirty too. Oh, one of the lenses pops out? That would take a lot of force and effort. If something causes the lens of your glasses to pop out, it may as well be broken. You know what I mean? I suppose. Second video didn't look too weird in the laggy parts. Oh, I wasn't paying attention to the visuals. Should I have been paying attention to the visuals? My bad, Juby. I was focusing on the audio, and I felt like the audio of the second was better. Was the audio the same for both, and I'm just stupid? Given that you mostly do audio work, you know. Oh, I'm stupid. Alright. That's funny. You like this one? Yeah. Okay, well maybe while he cleans them. Here's the thing though, like... I was gonna say I've never had my lenses pop out, but I can literally feel my lenses wiggle touching my own glasses here. So I suppose that's a possibility. Especially in a stressful environment. We just have to figure out when to do it, is the question. Honestly, we're not going to need combine voice lines for a long time. And pretty much everyone can do combine voice lines. You know what I mean? Yeah, most people do. Got loose or something. I mean, I'm afraid to push it too much, but like, my glasses don't appear to have glue. It's just the frame keeping them in. I mean, it's doing a good job. I've never had them pop out before. I'm not really sure. It's right now, Maslin. Honestly, it's just a matter of when Gordon should try to clean his glasses in a hectic environment. You know what I mean? Because once I know where, then we can annotate it. Oh, I cut it. Validator, this second coming. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, yes, Maslin. If you remember what we said, how the suit was gonna work. I don't know if you've looked at a Trello for the HEV training tapes, but there's 3 layers of protection. There's the electromagnetic field. There's the reactive capacitive armor, and then there's the non-Newtonian fluid. The capacitive armor literally explodes Gordon's suit. So, like, if you look at the episode 2 Mark V HEV at the end of episode 2, you know what I mean? There's an entire chunk of Gordon's suit missing, like right here, but he appears to be fine. I mean, there's some bleeding, but he doesn't have a chunk of himself taken out, just the suit. You know what I mean? So the capacitive armor literally explodes outwards, forcing the projectiles away from the suit. So whenever the electromagnetic field isn't powered and he gets shot, chunks of his suit will literally explode. Or like, there will be holes in his suit. You know what I mean? So, yeah. By the end of from unforeseen consequences to Lambda Complex, Gordon's plot armor is the electromagnetic field. However, and the capacitive armor to a certain degree, right? But once he's in Zen, the plot armor changes from his armor from his suit to the healing juice. Whenever he's about to die, he drinks some of that stuff. You know what I mean? In other words, in Zen, his suit is so damaged, it doesn't provide him nearly comprehensive protection like it used to. Perhaps. But you gotta remember, this is first person. He may not see much of that at all, except after the battle when he's inspecting himself and there's like you can see the giant hole there or something. You know what I mean? Yeah, not too long ago. No worries, man. Anybody is free to use anything from Trello as long as they annotate who had the idea. Mason, we've already talked about this like 5 times. Of course you'll eat. course you will. Are you just like forgetting or something? I feel you, man. No worries. Bag of chips and a bottle of water. I don't know if he'll have a bag to carry things with him. I mean, he might like pick up one, but everything he carries has to be magnetic. I mean, has to be metal in some capacity. You know what I mean? Dead edge gun. Right? He'll probably get all sorts of stuff stuck to him. I think we talked about that as well. Yeah, I've done it a couple times. Robbed by Steel. Bucks. I should be streaming tomorrow. So. Sorry for starting so late today. Not that smooth, but it's pretty good. Michael, the crowbar that he'll get in residue processing, I've got a plan. It'll be the same crowbar. And we're going to identify that by its battle wear, the very, like, obvious scars and stuff on the crowbar. And Gordon will know that it's his. You know what I mean? Basically, one of the Heiku's like, I'm going to keep this as a souvenir. But then when they die, Heiku still has it. You know what I mean? On his body. That's kind of what I'm thinking, Maslin. Not necessarily, like, bent over time, but, like, something really, really heavy would bend that crowbar. This crowbar is... Not only is this crowbar huge, it's also thick. It's super thick. The only way to really bend this is if, like, it got run over by a several-ton vehicle. You know what I mean? This crowbar is probably not going to bend very easily. However, we can give it gouges. You know what I mean? Do you want to see a Heiku use a crowbar? I mean, maybe they'll grab his crowbar and they'll wrestle with it or something. But I don't know about a Heiku using a crowbar. That's actually kind of funny. They could pretend to be making the classic Half-Life 1 pain noises. That could work. Perhaps. I like that. I really do. It's actually kind of interesting. Where would we put that, though? I guess we could put that in questionable ethics. Also, I'm going to read off something to you guys, just in case you didn't see it. I'm going to read this off to you guys. You can read along if you want. This is all what will happen in half-reality. It may not be what happens lore-wise. However, in keeping with Half-Life 1 lore, the Heiku have to be told to cover up everything, including killing the innocent. That has to happen. So, the Heiku come to the Black Mesa Research Facility, initially not knowing why. Only top brass knows why. When they get there, and they're told to kill aliens and capture people for questioning. Very soon before Gordon has his first encounter with the Heiku and we've got hostiles, they are told to kill everyone. So, right before Gordon even sees the first one, they get that order, right? Now, they're confused. They're like, I'm only gonna shoot them if they have a weapon and are a threat. Because I'm not a bad person. We'll just capture them now and hope top brass changes their minds. That's kind of the mindset I'm gonna have the Heiku have. You know what I mean? And this is the mindset they have until they meet Gordon. They're like, okay, top brass is telling us to kill innocent people. I think they're just going a little bit overboard. Instead, we'll just capture them and hope brass changes their mind. You know what I mean? So that's what they do instead, right? Until Gordon. Gordon comes across the We've Got Hostile scene like normal with some important differences. The scientist who runs towards the Heiku, being happy about being saved, is holding a Glock. They tell him to drop it, but he keeps running at them in joy. One of them shoots, mortally wounding the scientist. The Heiku who shoots is genuinely freaked out, yelling at the dying man for being an idiot. His buddy, there will be two Heiku in this scene. In the military, you always, at a minimum, travel in pairs. Is the unscrupulous one here. They try to do first aid, but eventually his buddy tells him to forget it. The facility is so massive, they don't need to report it anyways. If it is found, no one will ever be organized enough to figure out who shot him. You know, they're not going to do a forensic investigation. There's so much going on. Besides, they were supposed to do it anyways. Gordon hears that last part. He's like, supposed to do it anyways. He steps out from his hiding spot and levels his weapon at the Marines. The one who shot the scientist freezes. The other one, the unscrupulous one, notices, but instead of freezing like the other Heiku does, tries to raise his weapon. Gordon shoots him. And the remaining one starts shooting back at Gordon and running. He gets into the elevator and escapes. The next scene with going up the elevator results in the Heiku yelling at him to drop his weapon. But one of the Heiku gets antsy and shoots first, making Gordon dive behind cover. Firefight ensues. Gordon wounds all he comes across. But those who survive, and there will be survivors, radio ahead and basically provide intel on Gordon. How he fights, how he doesn't take damage from firearms. He's like, he's wearing some kind of armor. He can't be stopped. You know what I mean? And where he's going. The general idea of how I'm handling this. The Heiku go in like normal. Initially told to kill aliens and capture people for questioning, eventually told to kill everyone. But nobody really follows through that much. Gordon starts the first engagement, but the top brass of the Heiku use Gordon to persuade the Marines. They use the existence of Gordon to persuade the Marines that the scientists in security are violent and fighting back. Basically happens is a tug of war between the Heiku and the science personnel. Each one retaliating harder than the other. Just like playground as a kid. Oh, a guy punches you, you get mad, you punch him harder. He gets really mad, punches even harder. That's basically what goes on here. But it happens very quickly. The Heiku brass latch onto Gordon as a super terrorist. the one who caused everything. They also tell everyone how many of their brothers he's killed. Camaraderie is one of the primary factors in motivation during combat. It is often said that soldiers and marines will put the lives of themselves and their buddies over the mission. If failing the mission does not harm more people. For instance, okay, this mountain pass is too dangerous, I'm not risking my men to go through it. Oh, I'm being told if we don't deliver these supplies to a base on the other side of this mountain pass, they will get overrun. Okay, we will sacrifice the safety and possibly the lives of some of our men for the greater good of saving everyone at that base. Gordon killing their friends, a lot of their friends, makes it easy to justify killing him. And it makes it slightly easier to justify killing Black Mesa Research Facility personnel. This serves to make sure there's no doubt in Hiku's mind that Gordon is evil. Seeps into the Grunt's perception of the Black Mesa personnel as well. It serves to make sure the Heiku are less likely to mass AWOL. Absent without leave. Basically desertion. Basically, they use Gordon to mask and justify the killing of innocent people. That one will just be evil. He'll just be evil, and the other one will be like, you freaking stupid dude. This isn't funny. Do you think killing innocent people is funny? Kind of thing. You know what I mean? The other guy's like, no, I don't like it either. This sucks, man. I want to fight actual terrorists. And the other guy's like, you're not understanding what I'm saying. Whatever. Let's get this over with, kind of thing. You know what I mean? Maybe the Heiku thinks killing civilians is going... Eastern Half-Life, a rare chance of scientists give a skull. Oh yeah, I've seen that. Freddy's Blacksmith is pretty cool. Is it pretty suggestive? Are you talking about this, or am I crazy? Right, I agree, Tan. Oh, this one? This is why we were trying to fix the model to get it working. It was a nightmare. Nose and ear holes yet? I think I have her model. We can look at it real quick if you want. Her model's basically done. Now, let me spot it in real quick. I'm doing pretty good. Yeah, they're basically doing the same thing. I think I have a plan for that too. Social media craft. Very cool. Yeah, I think we might do something similar. Even if I moved to Source 2, it would be fixing a lot of Source 1 filmmakers' problems, but it'd be trading them for a whole slew of new ones. You know what I mean? Yeah, he's gonna be pretty mentally screwed up. Oh yeah, I'll release him eventually. Don't worry. But I really don't want to release him for at least a couple months after I finish the ATV training tapes video. Because I want to do a couple of other things with it first, and because I kind of want to capitalize on it before someone else can. You know what I mean? So I spent $100 on this model. I want to get my money's worth out of it. Oh, hold on. Yeah, you don't blame me. That makes sense. Sorry, I missed it. When he gets the G-Man monologue at the end of the game, have him be messed up to the where he raises his fist at G-Man. So we've got a plan for that. So you know how there's an alternate ending for Half-Life 1? You can choose not to follow G-Man and die. You know what I mean? I think we put it here. Mr. Glanet came up with it. In the Half-Life 1 alternate ending, Gordon speaks. For the only time we'll probably ever have Gordon speak. He says no. He flashes back the entire events of Half-Life 1 and looks up at G-Man and says no. That's the only time we'd ever have Gordon speak. And it wouldn't even be canon. You know what I mean? Because the actual half-reality ending would be Gordon going through the portal and continuing the series. You know what I mean? I love this remix way too much, Yubi. Maybe. I don't know about that. I'm excited, Jupiter. I can't get enough of your Minecraft remixes. Here's the thing. We'd have to ask somebody with selective mutism what their voice sounds like after not speaking for years. You know what I mean? I imagine for Gordon to speak, he would be very hoarse and his voice would be very shaky. You know what I mean? It wouldn't just be this masculine, perfect no. It would be a very shaky, like, it took effort for him to say no. You know what I mean? Hoarse and quiet would probably be a good way to do it. Hey, bud. Let's see, so... Gombar in... Yeah, maybe. Actually, I'm not really sure. It's so far in the future. I imagine people will step up and offer to model some more citizens for us. Or maybe we could even take some from Half-Life Alex. I agree, Tan. I absolutely agree. Also, that alternate ending would be a completely separate video. You know what I mean? You picked the wrong house, fool! Charges you, man. You picked the wrong house, fool! Finds a guard. Activates console. I mean, I suppose we could do that. I don't know. Alright, I like that. I like that, Maslin. We'll put that as a project idea. Ah, he'll never speak. I don't think he'll ever speak. The alternate ending's the only time he's gonna speak, and it's not even gonna be canon. You know what I mean? It's technically speaking, that alternate ending with Gordon dying at the end of Half-Life 1 is not canon. You know what I mean? Yeah, yeah. Exactly, yeah. It's part of the charm. Jams himself into a corner. I might have him fall asleep a couple times, but only for a very short amount of time. Hey, Index. So he could get a nap. Honestly, when Gordon is in that train and realizes what he's going through, or realizes he's finally safe and that he saved humanity, he's gonna sit down on the train for like a solid 30 seconds. And instead of speaking, G-Man is going to let Gordon rest. And then when Gordon finishes resting, he stands up and looks at G-Man. And then he starts talking. As if G-Man is waiting for Gordon to finish processing everything he's just gone through. You know what I mean? You mean you go through that many traumatic events and then immediately you're hit with a job offer? That's kind of ridiculous, right? You need at least a couple seconds. You know, like 30 seconds to a minute. Just sit there and process everything. You know what I mean? And then that's when G-Man starts talking. You know what I mean? Yeah, Gordon will logically do whatever a normal person would do. You know what I mean? Poor guy probably needs a good cry. I agree. Also, now that he's basically saved the world and killed himself to do it, basically, he can kind of stop and just fully realize everything that's going on. You know what I mean? The reason Gordon doesn't go insane is for two reasons. Number one, because he's hopped up on drugs a lot. And number two, he never has enough time to sit down and think about what's going on. You know what I mean? He's always moving towards a goal. Pulls Alex in just before the car destroys the railing in episode 1. Never mind. Well, I mean, they're both standing right next to each other in the train. It's hard for the car to smash one side of the train and not the other. Good night, Meta. You mean like Gordon pushes her out of the train before the car smashes into it? Honestly, you know what we could do? When they board the train, Gordon goes to open the door, but then she grabs him as if she wants him to stay and watch or something. You know what I mean? And then he's like, alright, so the door's like half open. And then when the car starts hurtling in, he grabs her and pushes her into the train. Or something. I don't know. Or maybe he pushes her into the train and then tries to follow her or something. We could do something like that, maybe. Opens the door to the train and pulls her into it. Maybe. Put that in. I thought 2 suggestions. Unorganized. If you look at Alex's body language, you can tell. You can tell she's at least a little attracted to him. There's no time to develop that relationship just because of everything that's going on. You know what I mean? Oh, absolutely. Oh, absolutely. I'm a straight male, and I can see that Gordon is reasonably attractive. You know what I mean? I just imagine your head just rotating in place. Like an owl or something. No worries, Gory. Then he didn't save the world. I think he'd be upset at G-Man for bringing him back. I don't know. A college nerd, right? Me too, man. Me too. Although I don't really have self-esteem issues, because I've had. I haven't really had relationships before, but I've dated several women, so I'm not really. Is that okay to say? I don't really have self-esteem issues. In other words, you guys shouldn't say, "Oh, you're attracted." No, that's fine. Don't worry about it. Anyways, facial hair. Me too. Me too. I dare say, le perfect man? Anyways. Yeah, I actually got permission from Vandaria to use this music. Not all of it is good enough to be that I want to listen to over and over again, though. Some of it is. A couple of songs on this playlist are Vandaria's. Right. Absolutely, Index. I mean, he'll learn just like any normal human does. I'm not really sure, Corey. I'm not at all sure. It would be nice to have some closure to the entire series, but at the same time, I wouldn't mind more Half-Life content. Even if by the time the final Half-Life game is done, I'm like 80 years old, it would still be awesome. You know what I mean? They'll send it to Disney. Get milked forever. I suppose. In that case, I would like some yeah. Yeah, instead of Gordon, I think like Gordon's storyline would end, maybe he dies or something, and then we just get side things. I'd be fine with that, you know. Hey, Zanavi. Yeah. You really don't like this one? There are a lot of... Whose hospital? What kind of hospital is this remix is out there? Oh, hey, Sepko. Alright. See you later, Michael. Probably. They put so much effort into the HLA cremator. I would be remiss to not put it in somehow. Like I've said before, we may put elements of the beta in, but we won't do everything. You know what I mean? It's all up to vote. You know what I mean? It's all subject to change. I don't think so. Half-F Alex is really hard to make realistic. She doesn't have, like, I don't even think she has body armor. I'd have to play the game as if she never gets shot or something. It's just, it's hard to make HLA realistic, honestly. We'll see. Virtual irreality, right? Oh yeah, speaking of that, how are we gonna do that? Because I mean, I probably combined gameplay footage, right? Honestly, actually, you know what? You know what? I totally forgot. She probably just hopped up on Combine heal juice. I mean, Antlion heal juice, like, all the time. And so in Half-Life 2 in the episodes, every time she gets shot, we'll just have her take a freaking shot. You know what I mean? She'll just have to not get shot in the head. You know what I mean? Big Bass, the song. I love this though. This is one of my favorite 8-bit remixes you have. I don't like 8-bit remixes a lot, but you made 100 Miles better with this 8-bit. You know what I mean? Like 100 miles, it's all right, but it's really subtle. You brought out all of the subtleties that make 100 miles great and made them more obvious, I guess you could say. Yeah. I mean, how else are we gonna do it? Honestly, between the events of HLA and Half-Life 2, she's probably been through enough fights that she's learned, okay, you know what? Well, remember, in HLA, she learns how to use the health station. Think about it. She learns how to use the health station and the vials in HLA. So by the time Half-Life 2 rolls around, she's basically got this strategy where, like, okay, I'll have one on hand at all times. Chug like a The other option is to give her an automatic injection system that will inject her whenever she gets shot. You know what I mean? Because, I mean, HEV suit has one. Kleiner probably fixed it up. Why not make another? Or salvage one from an old HEV? I don't know. And then the reason she's wounded in episode 2 is because she doesn't have any left, maybe? I find it really, really interesting that the Vortigaunts go through all the trouble they do to heal Alex when you could just make her chug alien grub juice, you know? So maybe the hunter, honestly, maybe the hunter poisoned her with that stab. Which halts the ability, or like counteracts antlion juice. That would make sense, I suppose. What if her multi-tool? Well, I don't know about that. Less deadly than bullets. I'd argue they're more deadly than bullets. Right, of course. Ah, you're right. You're right. It's way down the line. We'll think about it later. Yeah. At the very minimum, watch a playthrough. Hey, generic. I'm not really sure, honestly. I know they're working on something, but maybe they don't have the confidence in it yet to announce it. I think they announced they were working on something, but I don't remember exactly what it was. Oh, hey, Paint Can. What are you gonna say? Oh, by the way, I'll make an announcement, but I'm gonna be doing an exercise stream tomorrow. Oh, speaking of which, I need to update the list. Oh, thanks, man. I appreciate it. Thank you. Thanks, ma'am. Thanks, man. Oh, mental health break, I guess you could say. Not to mention, I also was doing army stuff. If you want, Mr. Paint Can, I really appreciate it. Do you want your money to go to any specific project? There are a couple things we need to do. One of the things I actually totally forgot about is I might hire somebody to de-age Barney from Half-Life 2 and make a better, younger-looking Barney than what people have put out on the workshop. You know what I mean? Because I mean that's Barney at like 40 years old or something, right? Barney in Black Mesa has got to be like 20-ish years old, early 20s. You know what I mean? Thanks, Pancam. Yeah, absolutely, man. I am not keeping any of the money. Until further notice, all money that my channel, like, generates will go directly back into it, like reinvested. You know what I mean? Community college dropout, yeah. But like, I mean, we'd have to change the permeable infrastructure flashback to have the better looking Barney. But I still think it would be cool. I did, generic. I think we liked it quite a bit. Retcons. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. The Half-Life community needs a younger Barney. He's the kind of guy I think who would be taking advantage of just barely turning 21 and drinking like crazy. That's the problem with Half-Life 2 in the episodes is that we don't have access to the original voice actors. So either we'd have to find a voice actor that sounds very similar, or we'll have to make very sure that we only use their voice lines. You know what I mean? Or we hire somebody completely new who sounds very similar, but we hire someone to do all of their voice lines. You know what I mean? Then we could add additional things for different situations. You know what I mean? I think so, but not to apply to every possible situation we might need them to say things to. You know what I mean? Really loud, this song. Exactly. Right, so they would just see what he's doing and then respond just like they would in game. You know what I mean? So it could work, but for very specific things, like what if Gordon needs to go to the bathroom and then what if we don't have a voice line for Alex saying, oh, I'll look away real quick or something? You know what I mean? If we follow the exact events of the game, I think we should be fine, but there are some, you know, for instance, this scene, we've added so much, like so incredibly much more than the original scene here, you know what I mean? All because we can just, you know, do a new voice line, voice actor for this dude. Right, I mean, there's enough voice lines. I think we might have some for every situation. But somehow I feel like we might be restricted in what we can do because we have to follow what she can say. You know what I mean? We could, and it's possible 15 AI might be good enough by the time Half Reality pulls around that we could just do that instead. Aslan, they may not apply to every situation. I'm like, I've said this like 6 times in a row, guys. Every possible voice line for every character in Half-Life, or at least every main character, may not apply to every situation that we add using Half Reality. You know what I mean? Like, oh, just use the beta voice lines. Well, the beta voice lines don't have everything either. You know what I mean? What if we need her to say, you know, what if we need her to say, hey, grab me that stim pack, I need a heal, or something? I don't think even the beta voice lines have something along those lines. You know what I mean? Like, there are some things that we may not be able to do. Part of it feels like the lack of considering Gordon's responses. Yeah. Well, it's a matter of her voice is really distinct, and I think everybody's voices are really distinct. We could change the citizens' voice lines easily. We could do those. Those aren't super as iconic, I guess. But like the main characters' voice actors are iconic enough. I don't think it would be really difficult to replace them. You know what I mean? Right. It's a fan's interpretation separate from the game. Yeah, I wish the original voice actors could help. That would make things easier.
If you think it,
This is gonna be a pain in the butt. Honestly, I'm... Oh, fudge. Maybe I should just keep it still. Because, I mean, look how many bones this thing has. It's gonna take forever. Well, we'll give it a try. We'll see. Let's... So, I mean, if we go from here, and then we just... I'll try it out. We'll see how it goes. But I have a feeling that... Hold on. I will get more animators trickling in. What I'm trying to do is the stuff I'm really good at. You know what I mean? The general mocap movements, the interacting with objects. I'm outsourcing facial features and sometimes maybe fingers and stuff to other animators. You know what I mean? I'm doing what I know how to do best. Storyboards? That would be cool, actually. Have an animator who actually, you know, any SFM poster makers could do storyboarding for me. You guys could just pose the characters in their scenes according to what I have planned on the script for cello. You know what I mean? Why won't this move? There we go. I was really confused. Eh. No, don't save. No. Fudge. I didn't mean to save. Aw, what the fudge? Why are these big now? There we go. This is gonna be difficult. No, it's rigged like normal. But unfortunately, it starts from here. It starts from here and goes to here. Honestly, I want it to start from here and branch out either way. I might have to take this into Blender. Unfortunately. You could use a RedMenace. I don't see a problem with using the RedMenace. Also, Source Filmmaker is a 32-bit program, which means it has some pretty severe limitations on what it can do sometimes, especially when it comes to loading content. Right, I mean, I don't know if we'll do storyboarding. We'll see. I generally just kind of go with it. I think it was taken away for gameplay reasons and just, I don't know. That's up to debate, I guess. Okay, so this has to stay. But then it gets really big. We can't have that either. That'll work. That'll work. That'll work. That'll work. That'll work. This could work, actually. Look at that. That works, kind of, right? I mean... we could just do that. Yeah? Okay, that's not as hard as I thought it would be. Yeah, look at that. It's not too hard. Yeah, this could work.
If you're thinking of if you're thinking
That could work.
If you're
Maybe. Maybe. Do you add the facial animations yourself? I'm gonna have someone else do it. It's something I'm not super good at, and I know other people are. So I'll probably end up paying Rentiel or Sepco. I mean, excuse me, Whimsy or Sepco or Komagazzi to do the faces for me.
if you're thinking of if you're thinking if you're thinking Yeah.
Eh.
Yeah.
Eh.
Yeah. If you think,
See, this works. This works okay, I think.
yeah. If you,
Oh, that looks great.
yeah. If you're thinking,
Eh.
yeah.
Eh.
Yeah. If you think,
Hey, Jacob. Oh yeah? I'm glad you're doing great. There's a lot of new skins too. My DMs have been getting flooded lately in Discord. It's kind of insane. Nah, it's fine. It was bound to happen.
if you, yeah. If you, yeah.
Oh, really? Is it going to be in Source 1 or Source 2? Hey, Komagotsi. Have you never seen Gary Stuntman before? Gordon Stuntman? I don't know. We give him lots of names. Well, that's because this is first person, and we don't need to use the RedMenace. You know what I mean? Source 1? Okay. I'm excited for that. Also, is that your... Did you get a new YouTube account, Komagotsi? If that's your new YouTube account, would you mind DMing me on Discord confirming that it is, so I can give you... No? How come I never gave you moderator? What the fudge? I give my fellow YouTubers moderator, just so that they stand out a little bit. That's weird.
If you're...
It's gonna be interesting. The prisoner transport, yeah, prisoner transport shouldn't replace the APC. That doesn't make any sense. Although it would be nice to see some prisoner transports somewhere in City 17 besides just APCs. Interesting. Yeah, Project 17. I was really hoping that it would be a Source 2 project, but alas, that may not be possible. Yeah, that still might be nice though. Because then I'd have to stick, the problem is, then I'd have to stick with Source 1 Filmmaker. And I don't want to do that. I was hoping they were porting Half-Life 2 assets to Source 2. But if it's the other way around, oof. We might just have to do it ourselves then. Okay, it is Source 2 then. It must just be the telephone effect, you know. People passing out information doesn't...
If you're thinking of breaking into there, I won't try to stop you. That's not to say I'll be complicit either.
Wait, what? Okay, I'm gonna Google it. There's something weird going on here. No, this is Source 2. This has to be Source 2. There's no way this is Source 1. Yeah. Okay, that makes me happy. That was like, yeah. I do not want to be in Source 1 Filmmaker for Half Reloaded 2. This is hard enough. This is so pretty. That's awesome. Okay, that makes me really happy. Because, I mean, I don't know. It might be a stretch. I don't know if it's a big stretch to say by the time I'm done with Half-Life 1, Project 17 may be done for the entirety of Half-Life 2 in the episode. Although I'm not entirely sure. And if it isn't, I would be totally fine paying to spearhead the project. That's awesome. The trailer? I don't know. I don't think we're getting demonetized for long. We'll watch it without audio. Just to be safe. I do watch a little bit of Doug Viper. Looks gorgeous. Oh wow. Oh, the amazing reflection. They must have just upscaled the snot out of a lot of original stuff, didn't they? It's the only way I can imagine they'd do this. Holy crap. Or they probably borrowed a lot of Valk textures as well. Oh, they remade them from scratch. Fudge. That's insane. That's super cool. I'm looking forward to that. If they have to remake stuff from scratch, though, it makes me worry for how long the production time will be for the rest of the game. I mean, then again, I think I heard that point insertion is one of the hardest chapters to recreate. And if they can recreate point insertion, they can do the rest of the games. It won't do anything, yeah. I'm just I mean, you know me. I model off of existing models. I don't make things from scratch. Using the oldest reference, absolutely, right. True that.
Yeah, anything to bring me there. I won't try to stop you. That's not something to do.
End of the teleport sequence. That would be really cool to see. Yay, 2.1. Honestly, I will celebrate at 10K and I'll celebrate at like 50K. You know what I mean? Because right now, it's no longer a matter of subcounts. I've already been monetized. Like, it's no longer a matter of subcount. Subcount for me anymore. It's a matter of how much money I can make. You know what I mean? That's what it's come down to. I've already reached my monetization goal. That's gonna be really interesting. If they do that, they'll probably end up basing it off the HLA Alex, maybe. Or maybe they'll just straight up end it using a model and then, I don't know. Very interesting. Very, very interesting. Leggies. I forgot he says that. Oh, good question. Very good question. Probably the level Alex makes the vault crash into the ground by pulling all the levers. I think it's my favorite one. I'm not really sure, actually. Half-Life Russell. Perhaps. I want more Gordon. I want to see Gordon's arc resolved. You know what I mean? Oh boy. Considering probably isn't, I'm assuming there isn't going to be a very, very large gap of time between episode 2 and Half-Life 3. So I'm pretty sure the Mark V is still going to be. But I get what you're saying. No. I mean, we know the Mark V exists, but I don't know. I have a feeling it looks vastly different, or at least somewhat different than the Mark V we see in Half-Life 2. Just according to half reality, going off the basis that it's the same suit. Ooh. The thing is, how much time would he have to do that, though? Honestly. You know what I mean? Because, I mean, like... Eli's probably full of emotion, and he's raring to go. You know what I mean? To me, it depends on how many days are between episode 2 and Half-Life 3. You know what I mean? If it's just a couple of days or something, I really don't think that's enough time to outfit the HEV with something else. Unless Kleiner already had something prepared. It's possible Kleiner already has something prepared, but he didn't think Gordon would need it because that time of year, it wasn't winter. You know what I mean? Also, it's possible the Mark V just does better in the cold, and we just don't know that because I don't think there's any scenes of cold sapping suit power in Half-Life 2 in the episodes. You know what I mean? So it might just be a feature of the Mark V that it deals better with the cold than the Mark IV did. Right, they're gonna rescue Alex or whatever. Right, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Is that the suit never experiences that, so it's very possible it has been upgraded to deal with the cold better already. Like, it's already ready. You know what I mean? Oh, speaking of which, they're about to go into the chopper, right? Gordon and Alex. With not a lot of prior preparation, right? Or am I mistaken? I think she was just gonna show him, right? No, I'm talking about the ending of episode 2. Alex, Gordon, and Eli, they go to the chopper to prepare to leave to go to the Borealis, right? Or are they just looking at it and then they'll get prepared and then they'll go? You know what I mean? Because like, if they're leaving, if they were going to leave in that scene, they didn't give Gordon a parka or anything. So maybe they already know that the Mark V deals with it better. I don't know. I'm just trying to extrapolate in good old half-reality fashion. Plot armor, right? I mean, that's basically what it is. Jupiter. It's just how Gory Girl sex. She's not trolling. I promise. She's one of the longest time regulars to the stream. Somehow I feel like Citadel's gonna be another spin-off game. I don't know if it'll be Gordon's perspective. Stream, stream seems fine. I don't. If you're having problems, it might just be on your end. Oh, yeah, yeah. See you just. brain interface. Yeah, they may not. That's gonna be interesting. I don't know how I feel about plugging my brain into something like that. Right. That's really cool. It didn't take as long as I thought it would. Okay, let's freaking go. Indeed. First person. Ooh. You have my attention. Yeah. If you you DM it to me, I'll show the whole stream if you're alright with that. Very pretty. Very nice. Very cool. Just the initial post. If you want to trade orc, I would love to do some mocap for you if you would be willing to do some facial animation for me. What I'm trying to do is get all of the body work done, including the interactions, and then leave the stuff that I'm not very good at to like this guy who talks.
Then, well, safe enough at any rate.
You know what I mean? I would also be willing to pay you as well. It all depends on who wants to do it, because I mean, I've got you, Sepco, and Whimsy. And like 1 or 2 other people in the Discord. Alright. What was I screaming about? Oh, it was probably me stretching. Half-Life fans come from all over the world, don't they? You guys need to go to sleep. Gory Girl is legally blind. That's just how she types. It makes it easier for her to see what she's doing, see what she's saying. Yeah. And bored. I think you said bored, Rob. Generic. Bye. Good question, Maslin. That's a really good question. Being a moderator, it's not a, it's less of a privilege and more of a responsibility. You have to regularly come on stream, and you are on stream pretty much all the time. That's a good question. I'm afraid I'm gonna have to. If I give you mod, that would mean I'd have to give all the other regular people mod as well. You know what I mean? So it's more of a matter of. Well, for one, you've got to be 18. Or have a YouTube channel with a similar subscriber count to mine. The only reason I make like Komagotsu a moderator is just so that he has more visibility, so people recognize him. He doesn't actually moderate that much. The people who moderate mostly are Mr. Planet and Rihanna and Sora and Sebastian. Those are the true moderators. You know what I mean? Right. I mean, if you're gonna be a mod, you're gonna have to make tough decisions sometimes. It's a good point. Right, a lot of people will get, you know, second chances and stuff. Usually I mean, I can usually do everything myself, you know what I mean? Thank you, Generic. Alright guys, I'm gonna play the whole thing. And after this, I'm gonna go to bed. Crowbar's a little bit displaced on his hand, and the axe will be too, I think.
Safe haven. Well, safe enough, at any rate. If you're thinking of breaking in there, I won't try to stop you. That's not to say I'll be complicit either, though.
The reason I play music is so that people can't steal my content. Or they can't steal the audio and use it for themselves. No worries. You'll get the full experience once the what's it called? Once the whole scene is done. I might play it a couple times. I may as well have it put it up on a GitHub too, so everyone else can see the progress that we're having and whatnot. But and then again, of course, you also see it as a final episode. All right. Have you seen Symbio's trail him and taste rules for this episode? I have not. I have no idea what any of that means. I'm gonna go to bed now. Thank you guys for hanging out with me. I'm gonna try to stream tomorrow. See you guys then. Oh, what's this song in? Yeah, 2 minutes. I think I'll end it now. Good night. Tasty Cools. Alright, I'll take a look at it.